Sometimes I look in the mirror and I see myself, and I wonder if I'm a real person or not. JK. That came to mind simply because I'm wearing a headband, and I feel like I look kind of good with it, but whatever. It's 2:17 in the morning, about to turn 2:18. It just turned 2:18. Crap. There we go. 9.5 hour day. It's kind of weird, because usually it's either an 8 or a 10, so it's kind of funky, but it's still cool. I like sleep, I like getting work done, and it's awesome. Here's the deal. I am sorry for not making videos about last week. I mean, the last 2 weeks, so it's like a weird kind of halfway sabbatical, but it's not. I'm sorry because I asked that question on my last video about whether or not I should, but then while I was at training, they didn't have the internet there, so it's kind of hard to see the answers to the video when you aren't capable of seeing them. Anyways, that's my bad. I should have been more preemptive with that, but yeah, it's dead and gone. Anyways, stuff that happened last week, I got stuff done, took my classes, and now I'm at 70% wage instead of 60%. So that's actually really good, and I'm pretty stoked. Making money. Okay, so I came back after 2 weeks of not working. So you get paid every week for the work you did the previous week. So when you start working, you don't get paid the first week. You get paid the second week, so that you get that kind of staggered payday type thing. So I'm kind of not going to get paid this week, but that's okay. Whatever. What should the title of this one be? The title should be like, I don't know, something witty and clever. I'll think of something. Anyways, it was cool seeing everybody again. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody except for my foreman. But, anyways, one of the female coworker that I used to talk about a lot actually got laid off while I was gone, so that's kind of awkward, because she was kind of a big part of my stories and of the crew in general. But it's probably for the best, because her and the foreman beefed hard for good reason, but whatever. So she got laid off. The large Indian man switched to day shift, which is fantastic, because that's just good, because so much less trouble. Not to be like that, but yeah. Anyways, so we got 2 new guys who are both seem to be pretty good workers. So I'm pretty stoked, but I'm also cautious, because you don't want to, jump all in and then be totally turned on your head by it, but whatever. And yeah, so just seeing people again was just fantastic, because just that workplace yell at each other and stuff, and it was just cool to get back into that. And it was not cool to get rained on again, but it's gonna happen, so whatever. And oh yeah, I was just walking up top looking for a broom, and that one carpenter guy is walking, and we're walking parallel, and we're kind of like, and he's like, "Oh, you're back. I thought I smelled something." And I'm like, "I doubt you've taken a shower in the 2 weeks I've been gone, huh?" And he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh," and yeah. And then I walk down, and I'm doing something else later on in the night, like an hour or 2 later, and I walk past his shack, and he's in there, like, changing a shirt or something, and I walk right by, and we make brief eye contact, and then I stop, and then I backtrack, and then I just look straight in there, so kind of weird, and he's still, like, putting on a shirt, and he's like, "What are you looking at?" And I just start doing that, and he's like, "Ones, huh?" And I start walking away, and I just hear him yell, "Only $100 bills, man, come on." So that was funny. And then I walked by again, like, another 2 hours later, and he was putting on rain gear, And I walked by and did that same thing where we made eye contact, and then I stopped and walked back. And I just was like, do you ever come out of there? What do? Do you just sit in there all day? And he's like, yeah, that's what they pay me for, man. And it was great, because he's a great guy, and it's fun. And, yeah, I'm pretty excited to be back to work. It's nice. Last week, I should probably just make some, like, 2 videos about last week. One about the first week, and one about the second week. Just because I'll start just referencing things, and you guys won't understand, and I'll feel terrible. Okay, I'll do it. You may notice that I have a computer. It's gonna happen. Anyways, I'm gonna go take a shower and go to sleep. I hope you have a wonderful evening. It's good to be back and talking to you, and I've missed this sort of weird, not really interaction, but it's still interaction, and I've missed it. And I do apologize for not making videos daily last week. So, that is it, mate. Good night.